Hi guys, today is February 16th and it's World Read Aloud Day, and I had no idea that such a thing exists. So now that I know, I am going to read you a story aloud. So my story is a Jamaican folk story, and I'm reading from a book by the late Louise Bennett. I used to love this lady when I was growing up. Now I'll just give you a little brief background on who Anancy is. Anancy, the tricky-eyed little Spider-Man who speaks with a lisp and lives by his wits, is both comic and sinister. He points to human weaknesses and shows how easily we can be injured and destroyed by our greed, our stupidity, or by confidence in the wrong people and things. Anancy is an Ashanti spider god and has magical powers. He can change himself into whoever and whatever he wishes at certain times, and his stories make it quite plain that he is able to get away with tricks which ordinary mortals can't. He is a rascal but lovable, and every existing custom is said to have been started by Anancy. Right guys, this story is called Anancy and Mongoose. Once upon a time, Anancy and Mongoose get a day labor from a farmer man. When them done work the day, the farmer man tell them say that him got a little brata, something extra, for them work. And him take the two of them into a room and show them 2 pieces of rope a hang through a window in the room. A little thin maga rope and a big fat heavy rope. And him tell them to choose any piece them want. Now, unbeknownst to them, the farmer did tie the little maga rope round a cow neck outside and the big fat rope round a chicken foot outside too. And it's only the 2 ends of the rope was hanging through the window, and them couldn't see what did they outside. So Anancy pounced down upon the heavy rope, grab it and holler, "This a for me!" So Mongoose had was to take the little maga rope. But lo and behold, when them haul upon the rope and peep through the window, Anancy frightened to find a little chicken tie on to for him big rope, and a big old cow tie on to Mongoose little piece of rope. Howsoever, Anancy go on like say him pleased with for him choice, and him tell Mongoose say that as the night was a dark outside and Mongoose lived so far, him would have liked Mongoose to spend the night after him Anancy yard. Poor Mongoose no know what go happen, but anyway, him say alright. When them catch home and Mongoose drop asleep, Anancy creep outside in the yard, cut off Mongoose coattail, dig a hole in the ground and plant half of the coattail in it. Then him take the cow far in the bush and hide it. Next morning, when Mongoose tell Anancy goodbye and ready to go home, I'm yard, Anancy run outside at the door mouth and holler, "Why, brother Mongoose, look what happened. Your cow walk gone down in the ground and a only piece of him tail left out." Mongoose run in the yard and start pull the coattail so till it come out in him hand. And Anancy start to bawl. "Poor brother Mongoose, you lost your one cow. Poor brother Mongoose, you got the tail and coattail make sweet soup." But poor brother Mongoose start to bawl, and him swear say that him no want no coattail and he will never eat cow meat again as long as him live. Anancy starts sympathize with Mongoose and say, why? I can't bear to see nobody suffer so. You know what, brother Mongoose? You take me fowl and eat it. It's alright. Mongoose say, no thanks. But Anancy force Mongoose to take the fowl and eat it. And from that day till today, Mongoose get such a liking for fowl meat that all him do is raid every chicken coop and fowl roost him can find just to get fowl meat for eat. Is Anancy cause it. Right guys, so for those of you who do not understand patois, I'm going to try my best to see if I can translate it in English. Now, what the story is about is Anancy, the tricky-fied spider. A mongoose is, I'm not going to tell you the scientific name because I'm not going to bite my tongue today. However, it's a rodent like a mammal, says Mr. Google. Anyways, once there was a day where Anancy and Mongoose got a job to do some laboring work for a farmer, and at the end of the day the farmer said that he was going to give them brata, which means a little extra on top of their pay. So now what the farmer did was have 2 pieces of rope inside a building hanging, and they were supposed to choose which piece they want. There was a big piece and a small piece, and they were tied to, one was tied to a chicken outside and one was tied to a cow. So what Anancy grabbed was the piece that was tied to the chicken, and Mongoose got the piece that was tied to the cow. Anancy wasn't happy with his catch, so he decided to pull a trick on Mongoose. He suggested to Mongoose that because night was drawing close, Mongoose should stay at his house. Mongoose agreed, and as soon as he got to Anancy's house, he fell asleep. Now that was a time for Anancy to pull his trick. What he did, he went outside, he got Mongoose's cow, cut off the tail and hid the rest of the cow, and then buried the tail inside a hole with the tail sticking out. So the following morning when Mongoose was ready to leave, Anancy started crying and saying that that the cow had disappeared, it went away, and only the tail was left. Result of this, he decided to give Mongoose his fowl, his chicken, because Mongoose has lost his cow. Mongoose ate the chicken that Anancy gave him, and he developed such a liking for chicken that what he does is go to every chicken coop at night or whatever time of the day, and steal their chickens because he now loves chicken. Even though we know that this is a folk story, the problem does exist. When I was growing up in Jamaica, we did have a lot of problems with mongoose, and what they do, they'll find their way, burrow their way into the chicken pen and eat our chicken, and also the sugarcane. So for those of you who have children, I hope today you can read aloud to your children, as it's World Read Aloud Day. If not, you can get your children to read aloud to you. Now, if you've liked this story, I'll be able to read you more stories, and so don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.